What's up, crew? This is Lonnie. Welcome to another episode of I Am Badass. In this series, I literally just share the most amazing things that help me because you don't need to suffer for a day longer. You don't need to settle for a day longer, and you don't need to dream small for another freaking minute, sister. Before we get started, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you're notified every freaking time I come all up in here and share some golden nuggets with you. So today we're going to talk about our why. We're going to talk about what we want. So go ahead and start this off by in the comments, let me know what is it that you want? Like, what is the most important thing to you? Because if you're walking into an airport, and I always picture like in Home Alone when he gets on the wrong plane and it's the chick that from the 80s movie Breakfast Club, and he's like she's like, she's behind the keyboard. She's like, "Can I help you, sir?" And he's like, "Where are we?" So you walk in and you're at Home Alone, you got in the wrong damn state. You go talk to the chick from Breakfast Club that has the dandruff, and she's like, "Where do you want to go?" And you're like, "I don't know." You have a 0% chance of getting there. Someone would say, "I have a 0% chance if I don't have clarity. If I'm not freaking honest with myself about my dreams and what I really want," right? Because why are we confused? Well, this person's going to tell me I can't do it. Have you ever had that before? Have you ever shared your dreams and people laughed at you? I have. I was at a Tony Robbins event. We split up into little groups and we got to share our dreams. And I'm like, I am pumped. I am at Tony fucking Robbins. I'm sharing my dreams. I'm like just dreaming to the stars. And the group laughed at me and not like, "Yeah, Lonnie," like laughed like, "You fucking idiot." And I was like, damn, right? So have you ever had that happen? Have you ever shared your dreams, gotten super vulnerable? Like, it's so crazy how many grown women, I'm like, "What do you want?" And they'll give me like, "Oh, I just like don't want to wake up like so exhausted and overwhelmed." I'm like, "Okay, well, that's what you don't want." So I asked what you did want, but they dream, it's like slivers. I'm like, "Sister, you're begging for scraps." Like, that's so gnarly, right? So why does that happen? Well, it's like we got our wings clipped when we were little. Have you ever, right? Have you had that happen? Let me know. So this is why we're afraid to dream big. I can't tell you how many times people laughed at me or looked at me like I was crazy. I remember thinking, I'm just not going to tell anybody shit anymore because I don't want to get laughed at. And then it like plants in our subconscious and we start believing it and we're like, okay, maybe I am too dumb. I'll tell you this, the reason I know Chris is a keeper, ding, is because he's never once been like, "Are you sure? Oh, really?" I could go through all my relationships before Chris, and for a lot of years, my dream was to do yoga retreats, and I was like, "Oh, I want to fill these yoga retreats, and I just want to do these amazing things." And so I would like share this dream, and one of my boyfriends at the time was like, "Well, you haven't been teaching yoga that long, and there's like a lot of like, famous Instagram people." It's like, goddamn, like, can I just have a little bit of encouragement? And like, that would always happen along the way. It was like, well, here's all the reasons why you can't. And it's like, okay. So that sits in our mind, and I didn't take action. I didn't invest to learn the recipe that's proven and I know that works. I wasn't hanging out with people who had already done it. So everybody that I was surrounded by hadn't done it, didn't believe it was possible, was never going to try to do it. But it's like, why would I even want to solve problems the same way as people who are never going to do it? They're never going to put themselves out there. Why would I take advice from people who don't have what I want and who are never even willing to try and get what I want? And why the hell am I not hanging out with people who've already done it and think that it's flipping easy and are like, "That's it? Like, you can do bigger." Like, why am I not hanging out with people that are like, "Oh my God, you could literally do that like in half the time and like better." It's like, dude. So let's just kick it off in the comments. Let me know what is important to you. What are you working on right now? So maybe it's like, you want to buy your dream home. Maybe it's manifest the love of your life. Maybe we're healing your body. Maybe you've got autoimmune, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. These are really common symptoms that a lot of women that work with me have. Maybe it's you want to double, triple, or quadruple your income. Pat, 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 pat. Let it make it rain, bitches. Maybe you want to revive or heal or mend relationships with, family members, with mom, with sister, whoever. So let me know in the comments, what is it? Like, what is your biggest goal that you're working on? My dream is always to serve 1,000,000 women. So that's like my mastermind goal. And then I have all these like micro goals and how I schedule that out. But that's for another video. So now that we know what your goals are and what you really want to work on, I want to know why. I want to know why you want those goals. So for so many years, I was like, I want to be skinny. I mean, this was before buff was cool. Like when I was growing up, buff was not awesome. It was like tiny, tiny. I mean, even just going back and watching Friends, they're no bums. They're the skinniest, tiniest little things ever, right? So muscles and being like lean was not cool when I was growing up. And I like so many times, I mean, I would be like, I want to be skinny. I want to be skinny. I want to be skinny. And okay, whatever, that's cool. Have your body goals. But if we're like, okay, so we're going to go back and talk to the old Lonnie, the broke Lonnie, the sad Lonnie, the hopeless Lonnie, the Lonnie that was settling. So, Lonnie, why do you want to be skinny? I would have been like, well, I feel like that would help me have more confidence. And then, well, why do you want to have more confidence, broke Lonnie? Well, I want to like a man to love me. Like I want to be in a beautiful, loving relationship. That was something that I'd never witnessed. Like I didn't even see beautiful, loving relationships. I'd never seen one in real life, but I watched a lot of movies. The Notebook was like on my, I was like, okay, I'm going to just find one of these romance movies. Like I'm just 50 First Dates, although dear God, we don't want anybody to have amnesia. But like I was like, okay, I think this has to be possible. Like in my mind, somewhere in my body, like deep down, I had a freaking seed the size of a mustard seed. And I was like, okay, it was like a speck of glitter. I was like, this has to be possible. I don't want to be in abusive relationships anymore, right? I don't want to fight all the time with people. I don't want to freaking feel jealous. I don't want to get cheated on. I don't want to scream and fight. I don't want the crazy ups and downs. I don't want to date addicts anymore. I don't want to pay for my boyfriend's rent anymore or feed their kids. Like there was just so many things that I was like, that can't, like that was my normal, but I was like, that can't be like that. I have to be able to be greater than this right now. Like this is crazy. Like this is my normal, but there has to be something bigger and greater. So, okay, I would have gave you like a really surfacey answer, but it's like, well, there were many times where I'd get like super freaking anorexic, so I'd get like so depressed or anxious and I wouldn't eat, but that didn't solve my relationship problems. See what I'm saying? So it's like on the surface level, like I could have gone to a trainer, I could have freaking gone on a, I don't know, cleanse, whatever. All that I did cleanses, would lose like a heap of weight like really fast and then just gain it back by binge eating and boozing. So why did I really want that? I wanted love. I wanted connection. Can you resonate? Have you ever just felt like, God, I'm sick of freaking being alone. I'm sick of like fighting for, you know, do I have to fight for this? Do I have to beg for love? Like, I'm sick of being alone. I want my person. I want my partner. I want somebody to go to the movies with and like laugh with, someone who gets me, someone who just loves me, is not picking on me, doesn't try to change me. Like I just like want this unconditional love. Unconditional. I'd only ever known conditional, and that's all that I was able to give out. I was just as crazy pants as the people that I dated, so don't feel sorry for me. Okay. Can you resonate, right? It's like I just wanted this. I like had a deep yearning desire for unconditional love, but I was so disconnected. I was hanging around people who didn't have it. And I like wasn't willing to invest or make changes or do anything differently because I was like, oh, surely it's just like a diet, but it wasn't. So if we go back and ask broke Lonnie, why do you want to make money? Why do you want to, have a successful business? Why, right? Well, it would be like, oh, because like money, it's like we think like money's like separate from us and money makes us happy. But well, there were times when I would get like a huge fat paycheck from commission, like big chunks of money, and that didn't take away my insecurity or my anxiety, or I wasn't fixed after that when I got these big checks. When I made money, I wasn't like, oh yay, all my insecurity and my self-doubt's gone. So like, well, why then? One of the big reasons was we grew up super poor. And I got one pair of shoes. God bless my parents. They did everything. Man, my dad worked two jobs, I think maybe three. He was gone before I woke up in the morning, and our asses went to bed. I remember I would put myself to sleep at like when the sun was out. I was like, good night, Mom. Like I remember being like 5 and I'm like, I'm pooped. Going to bed at 6:30 p.m. and our asses were up at like 5, probably earlier. Poor parents. So he was up before that, and he would get home after I went to bed. And he'd party with us on the weekends. We'd get to like watch cartoons and we'd go like to the batting cages and stuff like that. But he worked his ass off. And my mom used to clean the gymnastics because we were too poor to pay. But everyone saw that I had this gift and she really wanted to do gymnastics when she was little. So she cleaned the whole gym so I could go for free. Like, bless them, they were trying, right? So we got one pair of shoes a year. We were on welfare. We lived in government housing. And I chose purple Converse. Like, why would you choose purple Converse if you have one pair of shoes? go with something a little bit more neutral, a little bit more under the radar, but not Lonnie. And the kids started catching on. And one day, like, it was pretty clear that I only had one pair of shoes. And one day, one of the girls is like, do you only have one pair of shoes? You wear those every day. And I lied. I was like, no. Oh my God, no. I have like so many pairs of shoes. Oh my God, these are just like my favorite ones. They're super comfortable. And I totally lied. And I remember feeling so, like, I was like, this is like, I feel like, why? Oh my God, I had this feeling. I was so little. I didn't really even understand, but I just felt like I knew we were poor. And I was like, oh, it sucked, you know? I got that same feeling when my mom pulled out food stamps at the grocery store, and this little kid, just as kids are curious, was like, Mom, because they like, it's not money, right? It's like food stamps. And the kid's like, Mom, what's that? That's not money. And like my mom got super red, and like I was like, oh, I should be embarrassed about this right now. And so it's just like I would want to eat the cheese in the fridge, and you cannot eat cheese unless it's going on a sandwich, and there'll be none for tomorrow. You eat 2 portions, you don't get any tomorrow. And I just remember feeling like I would get super gnarly about food and super scary. So I went to my grandma's house one night. My parents had just gotten divorced. I was 10. And my dad invited his friends over for dinner. And I went in the room and I started crying. I was fucking pissed. And my dad came in and he's like, Lonnie, what's wrong? And I'm like, why would you invite them over for food? There's not enough. Like, I was crying and I was so pissed. And he's like, there's enough. It's okay. But like, I remember those feelings. And so when it's like, okay, I want to make money, I want to like, you know, be like cool and like Instagram, whatever. It's like, okay, but why? Well, I want a fucking better life. Like, I have been able to donate so much money. I've been able to give these gifts that were more than I made in a year when I was teaching yoga. Like the amount of money that I paid for these gifts for people. I felt hungry. I would cry over food. I was really stingy. Like I didn't know how to share because I was like, like, how can you share when you grow up little and you feel like there's not enough for you? Like, how can you possibly share? So when I'm sharing my dreams, like fast forward to that grown up, can you resonate too? Like, let me know in the comments. Do you resonate? Like, we say we want these things, but then we don't put any real deep emotion into it. And it's like, well, you don't, okay, really? Because I know a lot of people that have money and they're super fucking cheap and didn't solve their insecurity problems or their freaking exhaustion problems, or they can't even manage their damn money. It's broke. It's a mindset. Hello? You know what I mean? We get so caught up in these like external things and like, but what are they going to say about me? Like, oh my God, you know how many people told me I was freaking crazy when I'm investing like 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand? Like, they think, oh my God, what a waste of money. I can't believe, like, choke when I'm going to invest this much money. Do you have it? No, but I'm going to get it because this person knows how to teach me how to get what I want. Like, that why, helping my family, helping kids, like my happy thoughts, right? Like, my siblings and my parents, like, what? That is my why. Cool, make money, go learn how to make money, whatever. But without this, like, deep, like, why do you want it? First of all, you're walking in an airport and you don't know where you're going. And then second of all, without the why, without the petrol, we quit it as soon as the first person tells us we're stupid or dumb or really, like, you're too old for that. We quit. Oh yeah, okay, we're going to quit. We have no backbone. We have no like connection to, holy shit, I'm dreaming bigger. I can do anything I want. We have nothing. We crumble like a stack of cards, like an eggshell. The first little bit of rejection you get, the first time it's hard. I've witnessed this so many times. It's like I ain't, no damn genius, but I certainly follow the recipe that the smartest people in the world follow. I'm not trying to make up my own recipes when I don't have if I don't have the cake and don't know how to bake it, I'm not going to be like, you all are idiots. I'm going to be like, oh damn, you have the recipe. We look at things, we get in the scarcity mode and we're so like obsessed with like this external validation and like, let me ask everybody for approval. But no badass woman, no queen needs anybody's approval. No queen needs to beg for anybody's permission, just like we don't beg for love, just like we don't quit when somebody laughs at us. And just like God, the most incredible, inspiring thing. Like, how do you feel when I open up and I'm vulnerable? This is the shit that I used to take. I'm going to take this in my grave. This is so embarrassing. I'll never tell anybody this stuff. But how do you feel when we get real? It's like, damn. Like, this is my motivation. Like, why? Okay, so why do I want this stuff? I will tell you why. I want to make a change. I want to be greater than my past. My parents tried their hardest, and fuck, the resilience and the grit is amazing. And I'm going to break some freaking generational patterns, man. Like, no more abusive relationships. No more feeling like we're not good enough. No more feeling like women are less than. No more abuse. No more addiction. I'm like, these are so, it's not like, oh, I just want to like a good body so people on Instagram like me, or like, oh, I just want money so I can like, it's like deep. And it's a little bit different because, I mean, the cool thing I think since COVID is now people are really appreciating, they're way more appreciating like real life stuff instead of like the photoshopped, like fake, whatever. We all know there's a lot out there, but it isn't super common. If we go on social media, I don't know, what do you think? 90% of the people who are famous or influencers it's not real, right? And we can't obviously show everything unless you have like a 24-hour Truman Show camera in your room. But it's like so uncommon to really be able to connect, like to have this connection. And so like, well, if I'm too tired, if I'm overwhelmed, no fucking way can I go back to, oh my God, girlfriend, sister, bitch, badass. This is how I talk to myself. You are going to do this. You are amazing. You are strong. Look what you've already done. Look how many, generational cycles and abuse cycles you've already broken. Like, I don't have the energy to go back and do that. Right? Like, or if I don't have the energy, I can't go back and do that. So I got to get that energy. It takes energy. We need energy to have this connection. But I will tell you, show me a woman who is settling and who is the naysayer and making excuses, and I can't, and it's harder for me, and she's broke Lonnie, the old Lonnie. Show me that kind of a woman, and I guarantee you she is disconnected. She does not have the energy to connect to what drives her. She doesn't have the confidence to believe in herself that she's worthy of connecting to what drives her, and who cares if people are going to laugh at her or bring her down. And show me a woman who's living her dreams and living her best life, trying her best. That's how I measure my success. It used to be perfectionism, almost killed me. And now I'm like, did I try my freaking best, and am I connected? Because this isn't the freaking struggle bus. Chris and I have invested we just literally did a program that was 6 figures. So that was just one program, and we've been investing a lot this year. But I've been in so many business coaching programs, and everyone's on this struggle bus, and they're burning out, and they have black under their eyes, and they're overweight, and they're unwell, and they're going to the hospital, and they have chronic. And I'm like, damn, that struggle bus life is not for me, right? Like that, I believe that it is easy to connect. I would so much rather in a million years, even if my body has to be present and I feel, even if I, connect and I have this level of coherence around my brain so I can, I have this electromagnetic field, that takes energy. I would in a million years, I got goosebumps, much rather use my energy to do that and feel, even if it's not always pleasant, even if it's a little uncomfortable, even if it's hard, rather than have a hard life on the freaking struggle bus where I listen to people who tell me I can't do it, where oh my God, yeah, that's stupid, let me just quit now, where I quit on myself and don't try my hardest. Are you with me? Which one would you rather, right? So the why, baby, and it takes energy to learn how to do that. We have to have energy to connect. When you're exhausted, you can't even do the shit that's free, that you love. I had no energy to do yoga, surf, or have sex when I was exhausted and overwhelmed. Excuse me. Those are my favorite things. We need energy, sis. Which brings me to my next point. My next event is coming up, and it's called 7X Your Energy Live. And this is where I'm literally pulling back the curtain. I mean, from broke Lonnie to here I am sitting in front of you, made over $1 million, have saved 2 children's lives from Operation Underground Railroad, raised 27 grand, have gifted, just like I said, more than what I used to make in a year teaching yoga to my family, to help them, to support them. Obviously, I get them coaches because I know that's the fastest way to get to where we want to go, and it's investment. And it's like the most genius investment ever because we just grow so much faster. We have more energy, we can make more money. And I'm living the life of my dreams. Like I said, I broke my abusive relationship cycles, have healed my body. I was balding, crazy food issues, super insecure, never could be real with you, not even for 1 second on an Instagram post. It was always perfect angle, perfect light, totally polished, totally fake. To this chick who I'm like, I'm fucking confident, man. I'm confident because I'm trying my best, and like that energy in my belly and just like the fun, like it's so fun to just like share energy and be truthful and be vulnerable. It gives me freaking goosebumps. It's like, damn, that chick that got in an abusive marriage to this chick who's like, I'm so fucking pumped and happy and proud and confident. It's crazy. No one can clip my wings. No one can take my soul or suck the life out of me. I'm like a Nito Montoya from Princess Bride. I get fucking stronger. Like, if I get a crazy message, I get stronger because I think, damn, I'm going to even fly higher so these women can get this help and learn that we don't have to live by tearing each other down. And then when I get amazing messages, I'm like, yes, it's working. It's like everything is fueled to be the best version of ourselves. You don't have to be perfect. That changed my life. It was the game changer. So if you want to learn like how this shit did I do it, and I'm talking fast. I'm talking freaking weeks. I am talking 0 to 20 grand months in a month and a half. Like, I'm talking healed my body, my insomnia, my shame from being sexually abused, my orgasmic energy. I'm talking fast. Like, it's amazing. And I'm pulling back the curtain and sharing this with you. So what I'm going to do is we do have a basic ticket, which is free, and you can get that. But what I'm going to recommend, sis, because this next event is coming up, is if you're with me, if you're checking with me and you're like, oh my God, I can relate, like, holy crap, like you're speaking to me and you are where broke Lonnie was, and you're like, I'm ready to fucking live my best life and be confident and have it all and live my dream life and not be, I don't want to be that past Lonnie anymore. I want to be the future Lonnie that's a badass and amazing, the future you, right? Then start now. So you can go to the diamond package and upgrade for 37 freaking pound. And this is the kind of stuff that we got to do to make movement, right? We have to move the needle in the right direction because we keep getting books and we don't finish them, and we watch YouTube videos and we listen to podcasts. Sister, there's a reason you are not where you want to be, because this woman does not sit back and let everybody else get the recipe. This woman does not sit back and go, oh, I'll just like lurk around and like linger around on the free shit. Absolutely not. I am willing to make a move and put myself out there to get where I want to go. So if that's you and you are a diamond, you are not basic, you are a diamond, then click that same link in the description. It's www.7extraenergy.com/live. The link is in the description. Maybe it's just .com actually. Check the link in the description. Get that diamond package. You do not want to miss this, and you want to start your journey now. So we're going to get you started from where you are now, so that way when you get up to the event, sister, you already have so much momentum. You are already so much more energy, so much more confidence, and we are already moving the needle. We're already moving forward towards the woman you're becoming. So let's go. I'm super pumped to see you. Oh, thanks for listening. Have a beautiful week. Smash that like button, and I'll see you soon.